All right, so let's talk about simplifying complex fractions. Complex fractions are just when you have fractions on top of fractions. Okay, so there are several ways of doing this, but I'm going to show you maybe the easiest way. Okay, so what I have is a long fraction, and I have 3 minus 2 over 5y. And at the bottom, I have 5 over 2y minus 1. All right, so this is like a bunch of fractions, rational expression on top of a rational expression. So it's a complex fraction. And to do this, the easiest way is for us to get rid of the denominators on each of them. And that makes things a lot easier. So here, I'm going to have to figure out what is the greatest common factor that they have. Um, sorry, not greatest common factor, but least common multiple that they have for the denominator. Okay, um, so I look here, this one it has a 1, and this one also has a 1. So if you look at just the numbers, um, the least common multiple is going to be 10, right? Or the LCD is going to be 10. And then if you look at if you look at the variables, I have just the y, right? So I have 10y, and that covers everything. This one, the 1 is covered. This one, the 5 and the y is covered. This one, the 2 and the y is covered. And this one, the 1 is covered. You see? So the LCD should be a multiple of all the denominators together. So if you take 5y times something, you should get that. This times something, you should get that, basically. Okay? And then I multiply the whole thing by that, which means I take this and I multiply each of them by that. Okay, so I multiply in here and I multiply in here basically. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of those arrows so they don't look so messy. But here, if I multiply this by 10y, I get 30y. All right, and here, if I take this and I multiply by 10y, the 5 and the 10 cancels. I have 2 left, and the y cancels. I have 2 left here. I have 2 times 2 is 4. You see? So if you do the LCD correctly, it should always cancel out all your denominators. So here you see I multiply by 10y. 10 cancel with 2, I have 5 left. Y cancel with y, I have 25. See, 5 times 5 is 25. And I multiply this by 10y. I have just 1 times 10y is 10y. Now here, this is what I get at the end, and I'll try to factor things out to see if I can cancel anything. But it looks like if I do factor it out, I take out 2, I have 15y minus 2. And here I can take out 5. I have 5 minus 2y. And that's it. They can't cancel, so I'm done. I am basically done here. So let me just go over that one more time. Hopefully that it'll clear things up if you guys are still confused. You find the LCD by first looking at the numbers. Okay, if all the numbers um, find the least common multiple of all the numbers. So 2, 5, and 1. Basically, 10 is the least common multiple. And then the variable should have the largest exponent on them. So I have just a y. And so check by to see if you can cancel all the denominator on all of them. And if you can, it works. Okay. Try another example here. I have example number 2. Um, I have 1 minus 4 over, let me write this, 1 minus 4 over x plus 3. And here I have 2 over x plus 3 minus 2. All right, so I'm going to put parentheses around these guys because I know they're stuck. All right, let's do the LCD. Okay, this one has a 1. This one has a 1. And this one has an x plus 3 and x plus 3. So my LCD is just 1 times x plus 3 is just x plus 3. So I take that and I multiply it to each of them. Times x plus 3 times x plus 3. So these cancel out. You see, it gets rid of the denominator. So now I have just 1 times x plus 3 is x plus 3 minus 4. See that 4 is right here. Subtract 4. And then here I have just 2 minus 2 times x plus 3. And simplifying that, I have x minus 1 on top because 3 minus 4 is 1. And here I have 2 minus 2x minus 6, which gives you x minus 1 over negative 2x minus 4. And I think I'm done here. The last type of example looks something like this. 4 over 10 minus 3 over 5x. And then x over 10 minus 1 over x. So again, you do the LCD and you look at all of them. Look at the numbers first. 10, 5, and 10. What's the least common multiple? 10, right? And then look at x and x. What's the least common multiple? Just x. So if I have 10x, it should cover all of these, right? It covers this, it covers this, it covers this, and it covers this. See? It cancels out the x. Good. So now I have just 4x, and the 10 cancel with the 5. I have 2. The x cancel with x. Now I have 6. 10 cancel with 10. I have x squared. And then x cancel with x. I have minus 10. And that's it. You're done there.